Sorry that the camera wobbles a little bit sometimes. I'm still getting used to this desktop tripod, which I do like, but I wish that the roller ball that the top sits on could be tightened so that it wouldn't just kind of wobble. Anyway, this is our first Doe Friday of March. This is the New Britain, Connecticut Jane Doe from 1991. It's Hartford County. She was found near the railroad tracks on Myrtle Street, New Britain. From what my mother tells me, New Britain's not the nicest city. Near to what was called the Fafnir Bridge, Fafnir Bridge, F-A-F-N-I-R. Fafnir Building. Oh my goodness, learn how to read, child. She was wrapped in an olive army blanket inside dark garbage bags. With no apparent matches in the New Britain area, she was buried in 2003 and exhumed in 2011 for the FBI to create a facial reconstruction. The DNA Doe Project is now on the case. And I have a whole bunch of last names as of 2019 and a couple of states where she is connected, but the matches aren't close enough to figure out who she is. They released these surnames. Let's see. The closest detectable relatives were in New York, Connecticut, and Puerto Rico, specifically near the Mocha area of Puerto Rico. The names include, now based on these names, I would say that she was Hispanic, probably white Hispanic, given that she was from Puerto Rico, and given her picture. Let's see. The names include Acevedo, Aviles, Badillo, Cajiga, Calderon, Camacho, Cardona, Cardosa, Colon, Cordero, Cortez, Crepo. It says Crespo, but it's Crepo. Yes, isn't said. Feliciano, Figueroa, Gerena, Gonzalez, Hernandez, Jimenez, Lopez, Lorenzo, Luciano, Martinez, Medina, Melendez, Mendez, Mercado, Miranda, Morales, Negron, Nieves, Oliveira, Pardo, Pellegrin, Perez, two Perez's, Recis, Ramirez, Ramos, Recis again, Rivera, Rodriguez, Roldan, Santiago, Gonzalez again, Soto, Tolado, Torres, Valentin, Velez, and Vera. Here are some identifying characteristics. She had extensive dental work, up and bottom, slight enlarged upper right canine tooth. She has a small tooth protruding from her mouth. Wisdom teeth had not yet emerged. No fingerprints available. Her DNA is available, as mentioned, and working on them. She was wearing a white sleeveless sundress with panda bears pattern on it. One panda holding a red ice cream cone, one panda holding a red umbrella, and one panda holding a yellow heart-shaped balloon, and two pandas holding each other. No jewelry. She was white Hispanic, female, 5'5", 130 pounds, with black hair, and probably brown eyes. If you have any information in this case, I actually do have a phone number in this case. She was between 20. Now, see, they say she's between 25 and 35, but her wisdom teeth had not emerged at all, and she had been dead from 3 weeks to 4 months. If her wisdom teeth hadn't emerged at all, she wasn't between 25 and 35. That would put her between 14 and 25, depending on the person, because typically your wisdom teeth will just start to emerge from the gum when you're about 17. But it varies, and it takes them a long time. I suffered with mine from the time I was 16, 17. They first started trying to come out because I have a small jaw and there really wasn't a lot of room for them to come out. And the roots were impacted until I was in my 30s when I finally had them pulled. Actually, I was in my 40s, early 40s. Along with 2 extra teeth that I had. So I've had some pretty extensive dental work, although I do have some decay going on. It was an area that was covered and wasn't able to be taken care of because there was an extra tooth there. So that area decayed before, underneath, before that tooth was ever pulled. So I've lost almost 2 teeth because of it, additionally. But anyway, not that this has anything to do with me, but I was just trying to explain, you can have extensive dental work and still have issues. No one in New Britain reported her missing. She was laid to rest in an unmarked grave after she was exhumed. Okay, if you have any information in this case, you can call. Here we go. And by the way, before I get to that, I just want to mention the Army blanket. That does not mean in any way that her killer was in the military or had any connection to the military. I'll tell you why. Because, for one, you can get them at an Army surplus, I would imagine. And for 2, we had Army blankets all over our house. They're heavy wool blankets. And my father made them for a living. He worked in a woolen mill that contracted with the military. So, people who work in the industry and contract with the military, they will sometimes be given blankets or other materials that are being worked with, remnants and stuff. They'll be given those things if they want them. Sometimes the blanket is not the precise dimensions the military wanted or whatever. So rather than throw it away, they give it to their employees. So it could be any of that. So you need to look at potentially, I don't know if the blanket was wool or cotton, but a mill worker that had it in their home, a family member of a mill worker that it was given to. All of those things need to be looked at, not just a military person. You can't have tunnel vision, is what I'm going after here. You can call the Connecticut office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Shell Clark, Medical Legal Death Investigator, 860-679-3980, or the New Britain Police Department, no contact person specifically, 860-826-3080, or the CID, or Criminal Investigative Division, at 860-826-3199, or the New Britain Community Tip Line, 860-826-3120. Thank you so much for joining me. I think we're well on our way in this case. I think we'll have an update soon. With all those surnames, there has to be someone doing genealogy that will do their DNA and put it in the right place. Please subscribe and hit that bell. Please check out and subscribe to my other channel. The second channel is Punky's World. It's named after my nickname from my dad. Working on 200 over there by Memorial Day and 500 here by Memorial Day. We're very close on both channels, so I'm very excited. Over there I originally had said St. Patty's Day, but I changed it so both channels had the same goal day. This is just a lipstick duo. It's actually a gloss, a clear gloss and a lipstick. That's what I'm holding in my hand. That's what I'm wearing actually. So next time we will go back into more of Murderous March. The Does aren't necessarily, although she clearly was murdered, the Does aren't necessarily um, a part of the theme of the month. The regular cases, the Monday and Wednesday cases that we've always done, are in the theme of the month, but the Does are not. Sometimes they'll fall into the theme, but I don't look for them to fall into the theme, if that makes sense. So, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time here on Kid Missing TV.